Welcome to this lecture, which deals with the Warren and Brandeis' article in 1890 dealing with the right to be left alone. First, the goals, because we need to understand what the legal fundamentals are in US privacy protection. What is important to understand why Warren and Brandeis came to writing this article on privacy, the right to be let alone, is that at that moment in northeastern United States, tabloids started to really become part of daily life, and they started to publish articles and photographs on the famous families and the rich families that were living around Boston and New York. So they were thinking about how to deal with all these private intrusions, not by governmental organizations, but by private organizations that were intruding into the lives of a lot of people. And thus, in reality, this law review article, this Harvard Law Review article, is about venting frustration. And they use the law to explain how it could be used to construct, so to say, within common law, the right to privacy. But first, when you search for Warren and Brandeis, you will find a lot of finds on the internet. And what we are doing here is to show you the two pictures. Louis Brandeis became a Supreme Court judge in the American Supreme Court, and he also had some very nice and good opinions, sometimes even dissenting opinions, on what the law, the Fourth Amendment, the law should be on the right to privacy. But in this lecture, I would like to draw your attention to something a bit different, namely in how they try to construct this right to privacy. Namely, they said there's liberty for a person, there's property for a person, and your life needs to be unintruded. Your life needs to be left alone. There should not be intrusions. And then they used the common law system to propose a way on how then to deal with this right to privacy. Namely, as a starting point, the Fourth Amendment, namely that a man's house is his castle, and that should not be infiltrated by not any means, and that should be let alone. And so they used the common law system to explain how this common law system could be used in the absence of not having a real privacy article in the Constitution, in the Bill of Rights. The next lecture will deal with, and we will jump a bit in history, with what happened in the early 1960s. Thank you for watching.